So it is Tuesday before Thanksgiving and it's 10 a.m. We just ate breakfast and I am getting ready to leave the house because I need to run a few errands before we head out of town tonight. If you're new to my channel, my name's Alana and my channel is all about marriage, homemaking, healthy living, and homeschooling. I would love for you to subscribe. So far what I have done today is make dog food. So it is cooking here. It's probably ready actually. I need to strain it because I put too much water in it and let it cool down. Then I'll transfer it over to my nifty plastic tub with pumpkin in it. And I'm going to cook the eggshells that we used this morning and then finely grind them and mix that in as well. If you're interested in making your own dog food, I have a video about that, so check it out. Today would be a really easy day to skip my workout, but I'm not gonna let myself. And to ensure that, I'm putting on my active gear now, running my errands, coming back to hit it up. I am totally wearing my 8-year-old's coat. Okay, we are back home and it's like noon on the dot. I just put in the second to last load of laundry and I'm gonna unload all of our groceries, pack our snacks. So things have been super busy lately. I gave you a little bit of an idea on why. We had my mom fracture her kneecap, break her tendon. She's been recouping from surgery for the last week. We had family in town for 5 days during her recuperation, and now 2 days later we're leaving town. So normally I would be all about making a bunch of homemade food and packing it all up, but I have been so busy for so long. I am gonna be super gracious on myself and keep things crazy simple this time around. And thankfully we're not eating our own food the whole time. We'll be going to family, so we'll eat there and we'll eat out some. But I've got snacks and only snacks. I'm doing pretzels. I'm doing these, which I just discovered. Pirate's Booty. 5 pounds of Halo cutie things.
And we're doing
These things, instead of making them homemade, I'm just buying them. And then 9 or 10 apples. And I hooked myself up with some refill supplies for my next batch of homemade detergent, which I also have a video for. But I'm not ready to do that just yet. I'll do that when I get back home. Gifts. So I already got my nieces and nephews some gifts. There's 3 girls and 2 boys. So those are wrapped. This is the grown-up gifts. We keep it so simple, you guys. All I did this year was buy some loose tea at Trader Joe's and buy some tea bags off of Amazon, and I filled them and bought these cute little jars and then this little candle holder, and I included 3 scented tea-light candles for that, and that's gonna be the gift for the grown-up. In addition to 6 ounces of Hector's fresh roasted coffee. So I'm bagging these things, super simple. Gonna do a little ribbon around the top, and that'll be the 6 grown-up gifts. And last but not least, little gift size coffee bags. Done with the wrapping, done with the shopping. Just prepping the dog food. I got the bungee cords. I got our snacks. I went to Kroger, Walmart, I wrapped the gifts. So we're down to just cleaning the chicken coop, packing, figuring out this kitchen stuff, wiping the inside of the windshield, and it's only 12:30. I think I'm making some good progress. So I will give you guys a little homeschool update while I do this. I have been, let's see, busyness started about a week before my family was coming to town. And I started to feel the pressure of like getting things ready, not in a bad way. It was really fun actually. because it was the first time they've ever visited us, and I wanted to make sure to have everything ready for them, you know? So, it was really fun, but then I was so torn with time. I was like, I need to get school done. I need to do this and this and that, whatever. So what I did was I looked at the calendar and I looked at how much school we had left, and counting to the weeks to when I would want to be done with school, which is before the end of April, beginning of May, the latest, I had almost 6 weeks wiggle room. So I gave myself a lot of grace and said, we're taking time off to get ready for family to visit. Then my mom fell and broke her knee, and surgery and taking care of her. And I said, okay, we'll give ourselves more time off to take care of mom. Then my family got here. Okay, we'll give ourselves this time off to be with family, obviously. And now we're leaving town, and I'm getting ready to leave town. So I have given myself grace. Yet another week to get ready just a couple days to get ready to leave town. But I know that in the car we'll be able to do some things. So we are kind of at a very slow beginning to our second term. Our first term went very well. We didn't fall behind at all. Loved it. I loved all the material. We have had so much fun learning about Marco Polo and Michelangelo and Queen Elizabeth and the Renaissance, Shakespeare. History is my favorite subject. I've told you guys that before. So those are the highlights for me. We've also just started a new book. We finished The Princess and the Goblin, which was great. And we started Children of the New Forest, and it is fantastic. Oh my goodness. We are loving it. We're almost done with Pagoo. Tide pools have become a new goal in life. I want to go to a tide pool one day for a field trip and a family adventure. And that's pretty much it. I still do kind of the morning lesson routine that I've shared with you guys for the most part. Not exactly the same every single day. I have definitely found that sometimes for my sanity, it's okay to say, we're just gonna do reading and math today and be done with morning lessons. And then other days when I am like super pumped and excited to just be really intentional and very useful of our time, we'll do, everything, the Pledge of Allegiance. We do poetry every day and we do scripture memorization every day, but that takes like 5 minutes. So I think the areas I've given myself the most grace in are having like the very structured, let's sit down, which still was very loose compared to really structured. Now it's even more laid back. So I like the direction we're headed in. I like the way we're doing things right now. There are some days where I'm like super nerdy and I want to be like perfect, structured, everything organized, flow, and when I'm into it, it's really fun. But if I'm not, if I have 20 things going on in my head, then I find it best for me and for the children to say, let's do reading, let's do math, let's practice our poetry, our scripture, let's read the word together, let's knock out these things for reading, and then we're done for the day, And it's just a whatever works best for our family kind of thing, taking it day by day. So all the cherry tomatoes are being eaten by Ivan. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 gorgeous. Look at this tomato. Oh my goodness. I just took off all the stems. These were all vine ripe tomatoes from the farmer's market. I cannot let these go to waste. So I'm debating sauce or bruschetta. If I do bruschetta, all the bread will be gone today. I don't have fresh basil yet. Let me go check my taro garden. Lettuce, Swiss chard, lettuce, kale. It does not look like I have basil yet. Spinach. Okay, bruschetta's out.
Where's the open bag?
Right there on top of that. Okay, so I decided to make that a sauce. So I put all the mushrooms that I had in there and onions and garlic and spices and all the tomatoes. So that is just simmering. And then I'm just gonna jar it and freeze it, leaving a nice big gap so that it freezes and doesn't, you know, pop the glass. I've got all our food. I've got all our gifts. And last thing, I've got a pack, and I've already got the boys all their stuff ready to put in the suitcase. Wow, running up and down the stairs and doing squat hops up the stairs for 2 minutes feels like a trillion jumping jacks. So I'm packing some honey from our house to mix with Joel's Juice Plus because this is the only honey he likes, our local raw honey. So I always open the capsules and mix it with a little bit, and I've got to make sure he takes it while we're away. Gotta get a walk in before I leave for a week, my sweet girls. The tree is officially completely empty. So I'm in the car. I wanted to show you guys what I'm bringing to do in the car with the kids. I'm bringing flashcards, addition and subtraction. I've got these cool rabbit ear audio stories, fairy tales and folk tales or tall tales. I am bringing Guess Who because it is an easy game to travel with and we love it. Bringing the Bible, of course, and just a few school books. And I made them covers. And then a checklist on the front, things to do on our trip. And then they will have these things available to them in here. Clean sheets. I love coming home to clean sheets. So I'm doing a quick facial since my husband's showering. Last few things to do. I'll start the dishes on our way out. I just don't want to mess up my husband's shower. Daddy still hasn't packed, but I'm gonna start helping him right now. And we just gotta grab our sleeping bags and load the car. I'm holding my sleeping bag. You got yours?
Let's move!
Nice. All hands on deck, baby. It is 7:10. We made good time. I'm gonna make coffee and we're gonna hit the road. So we think our battery's dead for some weird random reason. The battery's up and running, baby. Jamming out to Solos, right? Shout out to my friend Cody Curtis. He composed this whole piece of music. It's literally the book of Romans set to music. It's awesome. And he just came out with the book of Hebrews. You can find it on iTunes, right? No? My favorite comedian has a new Netflix special.